started recording.
Hi guys, welcome to the Imperfect Podcast, episode 1.
Yes. This is... Let's introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Lexy.
Welcome to the Imperfect Podcast. We are just two girls. We are actually just two girls.
We are as normal
No.
as it gets for internet personalities.
Normal as in not problematic.
Not problematic.
Yeah.
We're not really influencers like that,
No, not really.
We're just starting this because we thought it'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we just
talk a lot.
Yeah. And I feel like we just give two unique perspectives to things like dating, school,
we're very similar personalities, I feel, but we've lived such different lives that we can cover two different like you said, two different perspectives on an array of topics. And even though we work so well, we consume two very different
sets of media.
Yes, exactly. So it's gonna be fun. A lot of episodes I feel are gonna be us educating each other on what is going on in the media, what is going on in K-pop, pop culture. I don't know what else.
Absolutely.
A lot of that. But yes, very exciting. So
yes, and we thought it'd be super fun to just introduce not only ourselves but our medias that we like to consume, as well as let you guys in on how we met and how this podcast came to be. Do you want to go first with the media you like, or should we start with how we met?
Let's start with how we met, because we have a unique way of how we met.
Yeah.
I feel especially in this day and age, it's very common for people to meet online.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think at the same time, we met in a very unique way of meeting online.
Yeah.
I feel not a lot of people hear about this. They're just oh, we met on Instagram and we liked the same stuff. No, that's not how we met.
Not at all.
Should I go, or do you wanna?
I feel like you should go because you're the one who has the bigger platform.
Okay.
And that's literally how we met, is because you popped up on my For You page.
Yeah. So basically, I guess around 2020 or I started my TikTok account in 2019, and I posted a lot of Miraculous Ladybug, anime stuff. And I would go live a lot, because what do you do when you're a bored 17-year-old in 2020? You go live on TikTok and speak to random strangers about Miraculous Ladybug. So that's what I did. And Lexy was one of my very, very common chatters. Lexy was always in my lives. I would be oh my god, it's Lexy, hey, how are you doing? And we would just chat. That was our first interaction,
Yeah, because I'm not too big on commenting on TikToks, even to this day. I'll just or repost and then carry on. I don't really comment. I'm I'm a lurker, if you will.
Me too. I'm honestly the same way.
And so while Nicole was getting bigger, and I believe I found you through your haiku content.
That would make sense, I think.
And that's just how we connected. And then you started going live, and then I would start popping in, and then you would be recognizing my name, and I was just kicking my feet, being oh my god, she recognizes me.
To be fair, I only had maybe 10 people in my lives, but I was very grateful to have you in my chat, because I at the very least I would be talking to someone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel with platforms like Twitch and even TikTok Live, I feel as long as you have that one chatter that you're talking to, it's fun, So you were my one chatter constantly in the chat, like talking.
Yes.
Yeah,
and I remember when you were talking about you transitioning into becoming a Twitch streamer. I was there for that live.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that feels like such a long time ago.
It was.
Yeah. And then I remember being there for your first ever Twitch stream, and it was so fun.
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember my first ever Twitch stream. What was I doing? Playing Minecraft? Or
no, I think you were playing Genshin.
Oh, of course I was playing Genshin.
And I had no idea what was going on. It was either Genshin or Valorant.
It was probably Genshin. I don't know.
Actually. I think it's more likely. I think it was more likely Valorant.
Oh yeah.
Because then I started getting into it because you were playing with friends.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And so I was like, I want to be able to play with you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
You like knew me enough that it would be like okay if we continued being friends,
right?
In like a video game.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let me download Valorant.
Yeah.
Downloaded it. Joined your Discord.
Yes. Yeah.
Was active in the Discord.
Yeah.
And then I remember getting into my first ever true like K-pop group. I got into Stray Kids.
Yes.
And I remember popping into one of your lives because you started posting a TikTok about how K-pop's starting to pop up on your feed.
Yeah.
And so I was like, girl, I was sat in the Twitch stream being like, girl, please tell me you've heard of Stray Kids, because at that point I feel like our For You pages were fairly similar.
Yeah, they were aligning.
Like, please tell me. And then you're like, no, I mean, I think so. I have like one member in my head. And I remember saying his name. I remember being like, is it Hyunjin? And you're like, I don't know. I would need a photo. So I DM'd you on Instagram a photo. Yeah. And then you pulled it up and you're like, yes, that's him. Oh my God.
And that was even before I even officially got into Stray Kids. I had seen so many like God's Menu fan cams of just Hyunjin. And then Hyunjin edits. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what I was getting. And I was like, who is this man? Like, who is this man with blonde long hair? Like, what is happening? And then I think one of my friends, he, like, showed me a couple, like, songs. But I didn't, like, really get into them. Mm-hmm. And then, like, you, like, sent me the picture of Hyunjin. And I was like, okay, so I know who this is. And then later on, I forgot who he was.
Because for me, I was getting Felix edits of like God's Menu like I was getting Felix affected, okay?
Real.
And so I was like, please, I need someone to share this with.
And it wasn't me at the time.
It wasn't Nicole at the time, which is okay.
Yeah.
But eventually it soon became Nicole.
Yes. Yeah. So around 2022, I guess.
I think so.
I saw an edit of. No, it wasn't even an edit. It was the clip itself of the JYP Nation performance from like the end of the year of and it was Han from Stray Kids, and I was like, who is this man? Like, he was exactly like my type at the time. And I was like, oh my God, like he's beautiful and he can sing, and like who is this? So I like looked at the hashtags because it was hashtag Ryujin and hashtag Han. So I pressed on Ryujin and it was Ryujin. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, it's the girl, right? And then I press on Han and I'm like, this is the guy.
This is him.
Who is this man? And then I went down the Stray Kids rabbit hole. And then I think I brought it up in one of my streams because I was still streaming at the time. And you were like, oh my God, I love Stray Kids.
I'm like, I remember I sent you a photo of Hyunjin.
It was so long ago.
It was. And then I want to say 2024. I forget what happened, but we were DMing on Instagram and we realized we were both in the same state.
Yes.
In the same county. Just towns over for each other.
Yeah.
And then I was working at Disneyland at the time, so I had some free tickets to spare, and I was like, hey, we've known each other for what, like 4 years now without actually meeting?
Right.
And now we're so close. If you ever want to go, let me know. I'll get you in. Plus, me just also trying to be safe from the internet and everything. Is
absolutely.
Like public place, a lot of people, lots of security. It can't really go wrong.
Yeah.
At least not that I'm aware of.
Exactly.
And we ended up setting a date, and we met at my apartment complex first, and then we drove over because Disney employees get free parking.
Yes.
and it's actually on Nicole's YouTube channel.
I was just gonna say, like, if you guys want to see that vlog, that is the first time we ever met. It's on my YouTube channel, and like that's crazy because that was my 12 days of Vlogmas, my very first Vlogmas on my YouTube channel, and it's up, and oh my gosh, it was so fun.
Yeah,
we like just instantly clicked, and I feel like for me at least, I don't instantly click with a lot of people because I'm very shy, and like I feel I'm like, you know, I'm very nerdy, you know. Whenever I like something, I hyperfixate over it, and like that consumes my brain for about a year or two. So you know, there are like specific niches that I know a lot about, but like other things where I'm like, I don't really know. Like a lot of my friends, like they love Jersey Shore, and I didn't grow up watching Jersey Shore, so like they made me watch Jersey Shore, and that's why I know about Jersey Shore. But like, you know, I grew up like watching Miraculous, watching a lot of anime, like listening, and then I started listening to K-pop, and I hyperfixated over that. So then I knew a shit ton about that. So Lexi and I just had like such similar interests, and we had like gone through so many like I guess phases together in a way.
Like parallel, just living life.
Literally.
Because we are in the same grade.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're the same age. And like, you know, she followed me on TikTok, so it kind of like felt like what I was going through, she was also going through. And then the K-pop thing happened before I did, but so when I like arrived at the K-pop station, you know, she was already there.
I was just the welcoming committee.
Yeah, she came to pick me up.
And so it just worked. And I think Disney was like such a great place for us to like truly like meet and get to know each other, because then we could talk about like our favorite Disney movies and just really just experience Disney for the first time as like adults.
Yeah.
But like still have that great nostalgia and like really bond.
Yeah, it was like a good like topic of conversation too, because like if you know, if we had like not awkward silences, but if we didn't have anything to talk about, we could talk about like something happening in the park, or like, oh, do you want to go here, do you want to go there, or like we'll see like cast members like performers and stuff, and we'll be like, oh, like look, it's Ariel or it's Moana or whoever, you know. Like, so it was never like, there was never an awkward moment, you know. There was always something to talk about.
Yeah, and especially because I remember we got into California Adventure because that's where we went first.
Yes.
And then we went to Clarabelle's Cafe and got some coffee and just like really talked for like a cool like 30 minutes to an hour, just really ripping off that like band-aid of meeting for the first time and getting used to seeing each other in person.
Yeah.
Because it's so that's such a unique thing that I feel like not many people experience, because like I feel like now it's super common to make friends on the internet, but it's not common to actually meet them in person.
Yeah.
And so seeing Nicole in real life was just like a little jarring. Like low-key, I remember being like, I feel like I should poke her to make sure she's real. And so that was kind of my thing, because I was like, oh my god, because I remember you had like 46K followers.
I've lost 6,000 since then.
So it was like a little like, you were like my micro influencer, right? You know, like I would go to TikTok to see if you had posted.
Yeah.
Just because it felt like I knew you, but like also you were also my version of like entertainment, so to speak, which was like really weird to think about, because you were also kind of my friend, but we didn't know each other like that.
Right.
So it was really like seeing you in person was like, oh, okay, one, this is a real person.
Right.
Two, this is definitely a potential friend, because we already kind of knew each other.
Yeah.
So it was great. And then now we're just friends and starting a podcast.
No, literally, now we're here. And it's like kind of crazy hearing that kind of perspective, because I have a lot of friends that I've met online that now we're like in-person friends, and we're like IRL friends, like Ella, my friend Emma, my partner. Like there are so many people that I have like personally like met in person from like online, which is kind of crazy. But like now, like all of those people are some of my closest friends, and it's just like so like weird to think about, because like I still have like friends from school and stuff, but I like I feel like I see my online friends more than I do my school friends. So it's like kind of crazy to think about.
No, yeah. And I feel like I don't think I've ever really spoken about what my experience was like meeting you other than just like pure excitement.
Right.
And just being like, ah, like she's here, she's real.
Right, yeah.
And like she doesn't care that I'm not like an actual influencer or like content creator or anything like that. Like that's great because like that's all that I was hearing at the time about like people meeting their mutuals online. It was like, oh, they turned out to be like really like I have more followers than you and like this, that, and the third. And you weren't like that. You were like a genuine person. And like just looking for like that friendship. And I was like, I think that's what made me feel so secure and like not like intimidated by the like follower difference. So
yeah, I think like a good thing about me growing my following like back in like 2020 is that like I learned from that experience that like your followers can go away like any day, you know. So because my like audience like my ratio from like my likes to my followers is very significant, and like even though I have like that like 1,000 like the K on my follower account, I know that like not I don't see myself as an influencer, you know? Like sure, like I want to be a content creator and all of that, but like I feel like I don't know, there's just like such a difference between like being an influencer and like no, I guess knowing you're an influencer and you have a following and you have that kind of influence versus like you have a dead you have a dead account and like you just post for fun.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I feel like because of that, I don't know, I feel like more humble in a way, like that could literally leave any second, you know. So trying to rebuild that is hard, but you know.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a content creator. I just thought this would be really fun because I am a creative person, just not through social media and content creation like that.
Right.
And then the podcast is just like another form of that because I feel like social media has gotten so short form.
Yes.
And that's not really where my personality and stuff can shine through. So I was like, a podcast would be great because I feel like I have so many unique perspectives on things that long form content would be the best for me. Because I also don't like the idea of having to like turn on my personality, so to speak, you know, or at least like amplify it. Like I just want to be. Right. And I feel like on a podcast I can just be because you're driving to school, you're driving to work, you're just listening to the podcast on a run or something, or you're just watching it in the background or watching it while you eat, you know, like it's like less intense.
Yes.
And I like that.
Yeah. And I agree because at least now, I don't know how I did it in 2020. I find it so hard to make short form content. I think it's so difficult like to I guess be an internet personality compared to like if you have a podcast, if you have a business, like if you have a specific brand, it's so much easier to post short form content compared to like I don't know, you're like just someone who wants to be an influencer, like, and you have to like in like the nicest way be a sellout and like promote product and stuff and not be organic, and it's like very very saturated, the influencer industry, which is why I prefer YouTube. Like I prefer posting vlogs, just like being myself and like kind of documenting that. I just think it's so much easier, which is why I like mainly focus on YouTube, and I want to get better at TikTok. I just like don't know where to start. Like truly.
No, that's so fair.
Yeah.
Like I just think TikTok has taken over what being a content creator was like growing up in the 2010s in the prime of YouTube.
Yes.
You know, that's what really kind of planted the seed, at least in my brain, of like content creation and this being another creative outlet. And then with the rise of like Vine, with the rise of Vine and Musical.ly and TikTok, short form content kind of became the thing.
Right.
And YouTube was slow to adjust.
Right.
So YouTube videos were also going through like the algorithm, like the ad thing, and then the demonetization for cursing and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it was just like those short form medias felt a little bit more authentic.
Yeah.
And so people went and were like, oh, yes, 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 yes.
Right, yeah.
While YouTube was still trying to figure out themselves, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And so it was just really, it's now in today's age really sad to see that YouTube isn't YouTubing anymore.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's like, it's crazy because you're right. Like TikTok was like in the way like the blueprint after like Vine died, because like Instagram has Instagram Reels, YouTube has YouTube Shorts, and like sure like they don't do as well as like TikTok does, but these platforms are now like trying to push those shorts to kind of be a TikTok replacement.
Mm-hmm.
And with all of the stuff going on with TikTok, it's just like what the hell is even going on?
Right. Like, and I honestly, I'll never understand like why you want to try to replace something
Mm-hmm.
when you could just focus on perfecting your thing.
Yeah.
Because if your thing's perfect, people are always going to want to come back to it because that's where they're going to get the best thing.
Exactly.
Which is why I'm like, YouTube, can you focus on fixing your algorithm?
Yeah, no kidding.
And just actually do the thing that we have established YouTube to be, which is where content and like true content creation lives.
Yeah. There's so many like people that love to like watch YouTube, and I feel like there are so many creative people out there that like make amazing like long form content that is like so entertaining. And I feel like some people have like translated it really well onto TikTok, like Rosanna Pansino, for example.
Yes.
She has done a really good job of transferring her like content onto TikTok, like recreating the AI like videos and like making it her own and making it better. Like that's really cool. Like I hadn't seen her in a while, and then I saw her do that and I was like, oh my god, that's so smart. Like that's a really like creative way of doing that, especially like with our generation not liking AI, like, and kind of just being like, oh, humans do it better, and also making it like in the kitchen, like food content, which is like her strength. So like I feel like out of like a lot of people, she has done it really well, like being an OG YouTuber, and but still getting like the same kind of, maybe not as much as like in the past, but like still getting like engagement and like retention from that.
No, absolutely. Like another person I think of is like Markiplier, who's another like really big like pillar of the YouTube community. And he's releasing a movie on my birthday.
My god.
And like
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited because
we're gonna watch it together, by the way.
Yes, we are. Like, and I'm so excited for that because he was one of the channels that I, one, grew up with, two, would often look and turn towards for like entertainment. And because he's been so focused on filming, he hasn't been able to post many YouTube videos.
Right.
And so and the fact that I can feel his disappearance is an issue.
Right.
When I know there's so much great content on YouTube, I just can't find it because the algorithm's not pushing it.
Exactly. Sir. It's just crazy how like it's so hard to find something entertaining nowadays, because even like today I was like just trying to like find a video to watch, but nothing, like I just couldn't find anything that like I would like, or like I want to like follow like vloggers and people like in my, like I guess in my niche, like who are around the same size as me, but it's so hard to find people like that even on like separate platforms, like because I saw people do it like on Instagram Threads. So I thought that was really interesting because I'm logged out of Twitter, so my Twitter is like literally just gone at this point.
Me too, but I was never really active on Twitter like that. So.
I was only active on Twitter when I was Judah Brash. So
Judah Brash mentioned.
Judah Brash mentioned. Deep lore, deep Nicole lore.
Yep.
But
so much so that in my contact you are Nicole parentheses Junie.
Yeah, a lot. I'm that in a lot of people's contacts. Like I know like in Emma, I think in Emma's contact I'm Junie Cole.
Cool.
And I think I'm also that in contacts also.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The Junie has just stuck. So Junie it will always be a part of me.
It's such a cute nickname.
It is. I loved it. Like when I had like that whole era, I just didn't like the audience that I was gaining on Twitch, which is one of the reasons why I quit. And I just like I don't find the joy in streaming anymore that I used to, especially like with Genshin. I like did Genshin a lot, and I liked doing the single player stuff because I could like interact with my chat a lot more than like if I was playing Valorant or Overwatch or other like FPS games.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like really hard to just be like, oh, I'm so into this game after playing it for 2 years,
right?
Consistently every day. So I
even off stream too, which I didn't understand how you could do.
I like would play it for hours off stream. I had so much fun playing Genshin Impact, and then it just like kind of died. That's why like there's a lot of like Genshin Impact like streamers and YouTubers and stuff. I don't understand how they do it. Like the ones I could think of are like Tuanto, Anthony Chen, and Dish. Like those three are like some of the biggest Genshin Impact streamers to me, and they had their moments, and like I don't think any of them play Genshin Impact anymore. I think one of them does. But like whenever I see like, because I follow Dish on TikTok, she always streams Marvel Rivals. So like they're all like sick and tired of this game.
And that honestly, that's one thing I actually know I can relate to, because on TikTok I started reacting to My Hero Academia, the anime.
Oh yes.
And that actually was doing pretty well.
Right. I feel like reactions usually do really well.
Mm-hmm. And I got so burnt out with the anime that I finished the sports festival, which was one of the main things. I think so.
Season 2, I think.
At the time, it was one of the main things that people really wanted me to react to.
Yeah, and people all over TikTok were like, everybody loves a tournament arc. Like in anime in general, people eat that up. Like the fairy tale tournament arc, for me personally, one of the best like like arcs of fairy tale, probably the best fairy tale arc out of like the 5 million arcs that are in fairy tale, because there's like 300 episodes. So good. But like I said, like people just love seeing like competition.
Mm-hmm.
So like the tournament like arc, I keep on saying tournament arc. It's just like something that like people are sat, especially in the anime community.
Mm-hmm. And for me, it was just, once I was done with it, I was so burnt out, because it was like, oh yeah, here's something that I have to film my reaction to, and like, here's this thing. No, yeah, here we go. I swear I was uploading like 3 TikToks per episode per day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it was just so much that by the end I was like, I'm done. I'm walking away, and I have not watched a single episode of My Hero since.
Yeah.
So like I understand getting burnt out, and which sucks because I did really like the anime.
Right. No, it's good. And I got to season 4.
Good for you.
Thank you.
But it's just like so sad, because I genuinely did enjoy it, but then it was like every time I would be like, oh, I need something to watch, and then it was like, continue watching My Hero, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a job. No, thank you.
Right? That's like how I feel with like video games now. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's like part of the reason why I stopped streaming, because like I didn't want like a pastime to feel like a job. Mm-hmm. And like I just found it way easier to vlog than to stream. Because like I don't know if it's like what it was, but like after an hour I was tired. I was like, okay, I need to go. I need to like not speak to anybody. I'm like talking for an hour straight where like I guess like with YouTube it's like it's 1 minute clips of me talking, and then like 10 1 minute clips I make a 10-minute video. So it's like a lot, I guess it's a lot easier, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
100%.
yeah.
And I feel like that's why this podcast came at the right time. And I feel like now it's time to address like the elephant in the room with like me and podcasts.
And why there's a different person sitting next
Correct.
to
you. For those of you who know me and are coming from like my Instagram, hi. Yes, I know I'm doing this to you again. But this one's for real, I swear.
This is for real.
This is for real. Nicole here is gonna help me out with that.
We're having a whole rebrand, guys.
Whole rebrand. New name, new co-host. It's not just gonna be me. We love Andy. I'm still very good friends with her. I'm going to see Onu, an OG K-pop king, leader of SHINee, with her on the 11th. So we are still this.
That's like next week.
Yeah, I know. It's on Sunday. It's on Sunday.
Oh my god.
So yeah, her and I, we're still good. Much love. No bad blood. No black.
You got it.
Right. No bad blood there.
Yes.
And then the second rendition of Heartfelt Conversations was just going to be me and like a rotating guest host. But frankly, I'm going to be so honest, I don't think I'm that interesting enough to be able to handle just being the host and being like the only recurring face. And so Nicole loved the podcast when it was me and Andy.
I did. I was like watching every single episode. I think I stopped at like a couple episodes before you guys like stopped posting, but I was there. I was in the comments. Yes.
So I just felt right to ask her, knowing that we're like so close location wise to each other. Like we now live in the same city.
Yeah.
Which is like really crazy. And
I
like
know,
what are
right?
the odds?
Yeah, literally.
But it just felt right to go here. And then a rebrand was necessary because I didn't want to continue under the same name that I had with Andy. One, it didn't feel right not me accidentally hitting the mic. One, it didn't feel right to me because Heartfelt Conversations will always just remind me of what we did together, Andy and I. And I wanted something special with Nicole because this is a new thing. Yes, I'm still here, but like this as a whole is still new. Like, see, new setup.
New setup.
So, thus, the Imperfect Podcast was born.
Yes.
And thank you so much for continuing to join me as I try to figure out this podcast, because I really, really do want to do a podcast. And I think we found a recipe for success.
I think so.
Oh, she just ended. Stretch it out.
It did cut her off a little bit, but that's okay.
With all that trial and error, it has brought us this podcast.
It's true.
The Imperfect Podcast, because if anything, I have proven that.
Yeah. And I was also like I was trying to help on the sidelines with her social media, and like when she decided to not do the Heartfelt Conversations with Andy anymore because of whatever was going on, we like had talked about like me helping with the social media and like her whole plan, and then she came to me and she was like, I don't know if I could do this by myself. Which is totally fair, because I feel like even if you have like a solo podcast, there is like a part of you that like feels like you need to turn on in a way, because it's like, oh, like you said, you don't think you're like actually that interesting, which isn't true, but there's part of you where you're like, oh, I have to be slightly more interesting than like I think I am, you know what I mean? So I totally get that, because like I feel like a lot of content creators have that kind of like imposter syndrome where it's like, oh, like I'm not good enough, but I'm gonna pretend that I'm good enough by myself, because like I need to have an actual personality, and I have to like be like funny and witty and all of this stuff. But like a lot of people love authenticity. Like that is a huge like part of social media, and I love people that like are authentic to who they are. Like that's why I love like Alicia, because like she was super saturated in like 2016, and then like she crashed out, and now she's like actually like herself, like on the internet. And like I just like I love like seeing her journey, because I grew up with her. So like seeing her kind of like go through that, like there's like a level, even when she was like crashing out, there's like that level of authenticity where she's like, I like don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I love like Erica Titus. I love
with her shaved head.
Yes, her shaving her head.
You go, girl.
Literally, you go, girl.
Also, you look good with a bald head.
She does look good,
might
bald.
I say. Mind you, you're not like scalp showing.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
buzz cut.
Yeah.
You look good, girl.
She does. But yeah, so.
But like no, like that authenticity, and like her video of her like buying the clippers.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
And like she's crying in the car, like I was like that's
real.
vulnerable.
Yes.
Like it's happening.
Yeah. And I think one of the reasons why she has such a big audience now is because she literally cries a lot. Like it's funny, but like it's true. Like she puts herself out there, and she like puts herself in a very vulnerable position for her audience, and it's just like it's really admirable to see, because I feel like a lot of content creators nowadays like don't do that. Like I don't even follow that many like lifestyle creators that I could be like, oh, they're like what's her name? Michaela, the makeup girl.
Oh,
she's like kind of like oversaturated. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, with like her surrounding by like all the purses that she got in like PR or something.
Yes, yes, that. Because like she's like been very vulnerable, but she does these like luxury hauls where people are like, wait, I don't know if I like this. You know what I mean?
And like it kind of happened with Emma Chamberlain too. Like she was regarded as like one of the most like authentic, down to earth. I still think she is.
I think
so for the most part. But then she posted about her buying that like $16 million mansion or something like that.
Oh, I didn't watch that. After she kind of like, didn't she fall off the face of the earth for a little bit? I don't know. I think I like stopped watching them after like 2019.
Yeah, fair. No, absolutely.
I think you know what? After the James Charles situation, I stopped watching all of them.
Yep. But I kind of kept up with her. Like I didn't really follow her anymore. I don't know if I ever did in the first place. I think the algorithm just was like, here. And I was like,
yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat this up.
No, literally.
But I remember like her kind of going away from my algorithm. And then she came back because someone was talking about how fans are concerned that she's no longer going to be relatable now that she's was able to purchase this like multi-million, I think. I could be so wrong because I haven't like, again, I don't really keep up with her like that. This house, and like now she's like interviewing people at the Met Gala and everything. But I think when I do see like her actual content, she still reminds me of that 16-year-old girl who just moved to LA. Like I think she's done a good job of like establishing her baseline that I feel like she's always able to come back to.
Right. Yeah. And I think, I don't remember which video it was, but it was kind of her, kind of not like getting her shit together. I guess like in a way it kind of was. I didn't watch too much of the video, but it still, she still reminded me of her from like 2018, but like she's rich now. You know what I mean? I feel like she's still like the same person. It's just she is successful and she has all of this money now, and she's able to like provide herself with nice things. And I feel like when you're successful like that, you are allowed to like gift yourself things and stuff. But the fact that she has been able to just keep that authenticity compared to like her in 2018, it's just like really like intriguing to see like someone like that, and like you know that she's real. And now she's hanging out with Sabrina Carpenter. So
you go, girl.
Literally. That was crazy when I saw that. I was like, I was like, is that Emma Chamberlain? Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
But it's like that. And I feel like that's one thing Michaela and all her controversies has forgotten.
Yeah.
Miss putting on an accent.
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian. You know, like, we have that video of you speaking at your university in a normal voice.
Yeah.
So what happened, girly?
Yeah.
Like, and then also Mascara Gate.
Oh,
like, come on, girly. So it's just like hard when that's now what the younger generation is getting used to. When we had Emma Chamberlain and like people like that, a little bit more authentic. So it's like, I think that's another reason why I wanted to start this podcast. Is so that way I could give the younger generation a little bit more authenticity, a little bit more vulnerability. Because I'm gonna be frank, I've accomplished so much stuff that I never would have dreamed I would have accomplished. And the path to get here, completely different than what I had dreamed it was going to be as a little girl, you know? I thought I was going to get a full ride scholarship playing softball. I thought, I didn't know what I was going to major in, but I was going to major in something. I thought softball was my only way I was going to be able to go to college. And now here I am, about to graduate at the end of spring. After studying abroad, not once, but twice. That was never an option for me growing up. And the fact that I was able to do it twice blows me away. And I am not the type of person to actually acknowledge my accomplishments. So that's another thing I want this podcast to do, is just like a way for me to work on that and actually acknowledge that I do have a good head on my shoulder and I have good advice to give people.
Absolutely. And especially like, think of us as like your big sisters, because we're 22. We've lived a lot of life, and like we know like what it's like to grow up and like be awkward, be older sisters, be like going to school and trying to like have a job, work part-time, do all of these things and still like have fun and live your life. And like that's something we're both still like learning, you know, we're still always learning. So like in a way, like you're kind of growing up with us, because we are planning to have this podcast for a long time. So you're going to see us develop. I don't know what I'm saying, actually. I lost my train of thought.
No, you're going to be able to grow with us and use us as an example of life isn't always going to be so set in stone as you think it is. Other paths are going to reveal itself, and you might miss the opportunity, but that opportunity may come back later in life. And then if you're older than us, you get to kind of guide us in the comments and like be like, yo, watch out for this. This is something I wish I would have known. And I think later on, I would love to bring my older cousin on, because her life has been so different than what she thought. And I think she has like a really interesting perspective, and she's also watched me grow up. And I was talking to her recently, and she's like, Lex, how are you so creative? Like, where does your creativity come from? And I was like, girl, I wish I could tell you, because with the way our family is set up, they're very realist. They're very like type A, like they have to have everything set, and that's never been the way my brain worked. So it kind of felt like they were trying to beat it out of me through like regime, through like the way they spoke to me, the way they were asking me questions on how I was going to make my dreams come true. And yet my creativity always stayed. And so I don't really know how to do that. My best advice for you, if you want to work on becoming more creative, is to put pen to paper, because that's what helped me. Because the minute I learned how to read, I'm dyslexic, and how to write, I felt like I found my creative outlet to help me just kind of stabilize and try to plan out what my family was seeing for me.
Yeah, and I feel like there's so much nuance with like life and trying to like figure out what you're gonna do, because it's really not going to be the way you planned. Like you're going to have a plan for yourself, and it's not going to go the way you want it to. It happened to the both of us. Like, I thought I was going to study abroad in Spain. I thought by now I'd be fluent in Spanish. Like, I thought by now I would have a full-time job, but like all 3 of those didn't happen. And like, you know, right now I'm trying to like find a full-time job in the market that or like in the field that I want to, because that's what like I grew up thinking I was going to do. And right now we're in such a bad place with the job market that like now I've like learned that like, and I should have always thought like this because I have thought like this, but once I went to college I kind of was just like, or you know, but like you can, the odds of you landing a full-time job right now and like you being successful with like your dream job, it's 50-50. So it's just like you have to just take the risk and go for it, or else you're never going to know if it's going to happen or not. Mm-hmm. You can't like just be like, oh, this is what I want to do, but like it's not realistic and I don't even want to try because I know I'm going to fail. Mm-hmm. You don't know that. Mm-hmm. You don't know if it's going to fail or not unless you actually try it out and actually put effort and work into it, because that's how you're going to know. Mm-hmm. So that's like at least what I've learned, especially past year when I was trying to like figure out what I was going to do after I graduated college, and then just applying for so many jobs, and then and feeling like I had to like give up on my dreams. But like once I kind of like hit rock bottom, I was like, oh my God, I don't need to be doing this.
Yeah. And that's funny enough, my cousin actually did that too, because I was telling her how we were filming today.
Right.
And she was like, okay, not to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
But how do you know the podcast is going to succeed? And I'm like, no, you're good. Like, these are questions I'm prepared to answer. Mm-hmm. I've been having to answer very similar ones my entire life, you know? I don't. Matter of fact, I don't know. But, like, I'll never know if I don't at least try. Mm-hmm. And, like, yeah, I've tried in the past, but I didn't really know what I was doing.
Right.
And now I feel like with you, like, I have more guidance.
Right.
I have the ability to actually try to see this thing out.
Yeah, yeah.
And I also just have my gut feeling. Mm-hmm. And if I've always believed in the notion, as long as you follow your heart, you can't go wrong.
Exactly.
And my heart is telling me I should be doing this. I should be trying to do some form of long form content. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, because who else is going to do it?
Exactly.
Why not me?
Yeah.
Why can't my podcast blow up? You
exactly.
know? Like, and she was like, Lex, you're like a hype woman. Like, you're so like, and I was like, I think I've just stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, once you stop caring about what is going on around you and like how people are going to think about what you're doing, it's just like, I can do whatever I want. Like, once you realize you have free will, like, it's just like you feel like more free.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel, I realized this, like, maybe a couple months ago. I was like, oh, I have free will. I can, like, literally do this if I wanted to. Because, like, it feels like a weight is lifted off of your shoulders. And it's like, there's not that, like, looming feeling in the back of your head where it's like, I never tried this. I regret not doing this because, like, I wanted to do this for so long, and then it's just, like, gone. And then it's, like, in the water, and you can't even, like, go back at that point. Mm-hmm. So, like, just being able to at least try, like, I give us kudos for that, you know?
My cousin was also saying that, like, yeah, she was basically like, you go, girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, because at least I can say, one, that I tried properly.
Exactly.
Yeah, my cousin was just very impressed and said to herself that she's very inspired to try to do content creation as well, because she's talking, and like I was telling her, I'm like, you have such a unique story. So I think her asking me how I've gotten the confidence or just like the goal to try to do this podcast was her also trying to figure out if she could do it too.
Right.
And I feel like her speaking with me really inspired her. Because, like, once she said that, so shout out you. Thank you. Inflate my ego a little bit. One, she said that I inspired her. And then two, I think it's always been in, like, the back of her mind as well.
Yeah. And
it took just, like, her little cousin, her younger cousin. For her to be able to see it. And I think that's so cute. So shout out you. I personally am dedicating this episode to you, girl.
Oh.
Hopefully you watch.
You go up to her, you're like, so did you watch the podcast? No. Oh, that's great.
Right. Or hey girl, did you end up watching episode 1? I sent it to you. Yeah, I did. Really? What'd you think? Oh, I thought it was so great. No mention of the shout out. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's kind of how this podcast came to be. It was like a mixture of me feeling like I needed to do long form, paths breaking, and like being closed off, to me realizing I didn't want to do it alone and finding someone who is willing to do it with me.
Yeah. I feel like all the, like, our paths just, like,
kept intertwining.
Yeah. Just, like at the right time, like, we were both kind of, like, wanting to do something like this. And, like, Lexi had already just, like, been trying to start the podcast, and, like, her realizing that, like, she needed a co-host. I was like, I'm down to do it, like, I, like, especially, like, our, like, conversations, like, we just, like, click when it comes to just, like, talking about nothing. Anything, nothing, everything. So it's just, like, it's gonna be a really fun journey for all of us to just see what goes on with this podcast, what we talk about, everything in between. So we're very, very excited.
And I can't wait to see what the future holds for the Imperfect Podcast.
Yes.
And I'm sure it's going to be a bumpy ride, because nothing I do is ever easy.
Creating a podcast is hard in itself when you have zero budget. So bear with us. This first season is going to be a wild ride. Truly.
Prepare for new locations, potentially. Change in quality. What else?
I don't even know.
Prepare for the unknown, because we don't even know.
Prepare for the unexpected. Literally, don't expect anything from us.
Set the bar low. Pretty please.
The bar is on the floor.
I need it in the ground.
Like, we cannot honestly only go up from here. So just be prepared for anything, because next episode we might be somewhere else. I don't know. Like, in 6 months we might have new mics.
Right.
But we don't know.
In 6 months we might have a new camera.
Exactly. So fingers crossed. So we're just gonna have to see. It's gonna be a wild ride. We're both very, very excited. So yes.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you have an imperfect day, because nothing is ever perfect.
I don't know what to say. I'm like, wait, where are we going with this? I don't know. What do I, like, I don't know.
Do we just say bye?
Yeah, I guess.
How do we end this?
I don't know.
The same way we started? Fuck it, bye?
I don't know. I honestly don't even know.
Bear with us, as you can see.
Yeah, bear with us. I don't know. Thanks for I'm like, thanks. Thanks for watching and just dealing with us in a way, and just, like, hearing our story. We're very, very excited to just share our journey with you, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.